In recent weeks, there have been two very clear examples of men getting canceled, and let's see which one did it better. It's Joey Swoll versus Matt Walsh. As a therapist for the last 13 years, I know that this is an adaptive need of my audience as well as probably a lot of my future clients. What and how can we handle cancellation so that we do not just lose our entire status, especially as men, because status loss is when self-deletion is most prevalent. So let's look at two examples of what it's like to be canceled, and you can judge for yourself who handled it better. Joey Swoll is, of course, the fitness commentator that attacks people for being judgmental at the gym as they film their TikTok reels and all the stuff that they do that's semi-spicy material at the gym. And then he gives comments and tells them to mind their own business. Let's see what happened when he began to apologize for honoring Hulk Hogan most recently.
A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am a person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry.
Matt Walsh is a political commentator who works for the Daily Wire and is the director, I suppose, of What Is a Woman, among other docu-series, I guess. They're sort of like mockumentaries, but in any case, he has one of the most bombastic set of opinions online, and he most recently attempted to be canceled for supposedly posting something spicy on Twitter or X, but he had this response to that, and it is golden.
Problem. I don't give a damn about them or you. I decline to take part in this struggle session, and I have nothing but contempt for anyone trying to drag me into it. The only truly aggrieved party here is me. I am the one being defamed and smeared across the internet by a bunch of gutless worms like yourselves. So you should be apologizing to me.
As a man, I can tell you forthrightly, and as a man who's completely lost his status at points throughout his career and life, do not consent to the cancellation. Do not say anything publicly. Do not consent. Move on with your life, and it is very possible that you can move through the controversy, just like a good politician or somebody who has a high profile would. And if you give in to the mob, they will have you, and your followers that actually do respect you, you'll probably lose a bunch of them, as I presume Joey Swoll did, because he gave in to the mob that he's been facing up against for so much of his career. Dear man, do not consent to cancellation. As a therapist, a conservative, a Christian, and a concerned dad, I want us to fight together for a future of fatherhood in America. If that's anything that you can co-sign, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's do this again.